Do you need talent to write great songs? To know how to answer this question, we must first define what we're talking about when we say talent, so that we can then reject this idea properly. Hi, my name is Philip and I make videos about music. A while ago, I was watching Rick Beato interview legendary producer and musician Daniel Lanois. If you don't know, Lanois is the producer behind timeless classics such as The Joshua Tree and Achtung Baby by U2, So by Peter Gabriel, Time Out of Mind by Bob Dylan, Wrecking Ball by Emmylou Harris, and many others. I want to highlight something important that Lanois said in that interview, but since the video is 3 hours long or something and I didn't take any notes, I couldn't find the exact quotes. So let me just share the general idea of what he said instead. Lanois is asked about advice and explains how people often ask him what to do if they want to have a career in music or what it takes to work with him. And he says to them, play me 3 notes. Just 3 notes. 3 notes you love. And if you can't do that, or if you don't get it, then he's not the right person for you. Now, it's been a while since I saw it, but that's the gist of it anyway, and I found that to be really interesting, but also hugely important. Because the point is the passion and the love for music, having notes, having intervals, having sounds that you love and return to, that make you feel something. Now, it's not literally about 3 notes, but about an idea. It's about a relationship to and with music. Now, I obviously can't speak for Lanois, but I think a lot of us can recognize that someone can be a technical master on their instrument, but lack creativity and ideas. Because writing songs and playing them are 2 different skill sets. I mean, that's why we needed the Wrecking Crew to play on almost all the famous records in the 60s and 70s. Now, even though I said a moment ago that I don't think Lanois meant it literally, I'm going to treat it as if he did for a moment. Because I thought a lot about this and I think I have 3 notes. And if you're still waiting for me to define talent, I'm getting there. We just need to establish enough context. This is a D minor chord. My favorite 3 notes would be going from a 5th to a flat 6 and back to a 5th, like this. There is something in this move, how it sounds and how it makes me feel that it's just so aligned with my taste. The dark sadness. If I was ever banned from using a flat 6 over a minor chord like this, I don't know if I would feel the same passion for music. I don't think I would. It might sound dramatic, but I was even using the flat 6th in the short intro music I made as well. In fact, let me play you another example of this amazing sound. There's nothing like a cello to bring out the sadness in anything. But it's also easy. It writes itself. So let's try something more rock-oriented instead. And just like in a previous video, I'm going to share something I've been working on for my album. A little sneak peek. It's important to keep in mind here, by the way, that these examples are just based on my taste and style, but the idea is universal. It has nothing to do with minor, darkness, or the flat 6th. It's got everything to do with you and your taste and what makes you excited. Now, what about a much broader musical context? How about we create a much longer section to really demonstrate the sound, to really harp on it in a good way? And if you don't feel like sitting through a longer musical demonstration, I totally get it. Sometimes it disrupts the flow of the video, you're not in the mood, whatever, I completely get it. So I've included timestamps so you can skip ahead to the next section of the video. So, what about talent? Do you need talent to put any of that together? I would say no, because I put all that together myself, and I don't consider myself talented at all when it comes to music. And by that I mean my relative pitch is poor, I have a hard time keeping time, and I am limited in my guitar and keyboard playing, as well as my recording, mixing, and engineering skills. But I have something that is unique to me, my taste, and some tenacity. You need that too. But most importantly, I combine tenacity with a passion for a certain sound. I know how I want things to sound, and I don't give up. Now that doesn't automatically make my stuff good, or that I always achieve what I set out to do, but I think it makes most of it discernible enough. It makes me, as a creator, songwriter, or even an artist, if you will, have a sound. Because I bring my taste to my compositions and my production. And to write songs, you need taste. You need ideas, you need visions of where to go, how you want something to sound. The ability to hear what is right and what isn't. For you, or for me, for us. But it's not talent, is it? Talent, for me, is a good ear, an innate sense of rhythm, an ability to hear music, hear what notes belong where in a song, resolutions, melodies, and how chords want to move, where chords fit in. Or at least an ability to hear these things rather quickly with practice. Maybe even a good memory for music, notes, and melody. But I don't have any of that. My musical mind is chaos, more like a boat in a huge dark storm with no horizon or land anywhere in sight. And I've noticed that I don't listen nor hear things like musical people seem to, but I've also learned to be okay with that. Instead of focusing on my insecurities and where I might lack, I'm focusing on how things make me feel and what I find interesting, emotive, and sonically pleasing in a piece of music. Because the thing is, only I can write the songs that I have inside of me, and really, that's where my control of things ends. It's not up to me how the world interacts with whatever I happen to one day put out. But to be a songwriter, you need to have something to express. Something you're passionate about getting across or getting out there. Something to say and a way to say it. Because your taste is your creative filter. And having a great ear or being this amazing virtuoso on your instrument is not something that's automatically going to generate great, amazing creative ideas, or ideas that connect emotionally with people. And without ideas, you don't have any songs. And without songs, you don't have anything to give people a chance to feel whatever you need to express. Now, I'm obviously not saying that songwriting isn't a skill. It's a craft like anything else, and you can definitely improve your songwriting if you work hard on it, obviously. But you apply that craft that you've been working so hard to improve on to your message, to your creativity, to that thing you really, really want to express. But that skill, the craft you're working on every day, is nothing without ideas and a message, without something to say. And that message, the thing you want to express, has got very little to do with talent. Because if you don't have your 3 notes, if you don't have anything to say, nothing you're passionate about, how could you write songs? Especially songs that connect with people. That's why I think songwriting is ultimately about taste and passion. And of course, you need determination and a strong work ethic as well, but not talent. It's not about talent. Because you can be completely talentless, like me, and still get to a point where you can write great songs. And I say great because they are what you want them to be, which is the only relevant measure anyway. Because they say what you want to say. They bring something to the world that didn't previously exist that could only come from you. Because music is not the Olympics, it's art. And when it comes to art, once it's out there, it's also out of our hands, out of our control. We can't possibly predict or force how it's going to interact with the world, or the world with it. Kind of like kids. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.